Welcome to Along the Rock, brought to you by the Radar Free Press. I'm your host, Kaitlyn Blum. Today with us, we have Jennifer Slaney, who is the director of the Sterling Public Library.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
Pretty good.
Good.
Doing great. Great day outside today.
It is.
Gorgeous.
So today we're here to talk about the potential of Sterling getting a mobile library.
Yeah.
So what is that concept of a mobile library, and what kind of sparked that idea?
Okay, well, the idea of a mobile library is obviously a bookmobile. I mean, I think most people refer to what we're getting as a bookmobile. It is a bookmobile, but unfortunately is not as big as a bookmobile. It's the size of a transit van. This is what we're purchasing. It's a transit van, and we're going to use it as a lobby stop, okay? And a lobby stop is, we will take books off the bookmobile van, in this case, and put them in a lobby. So our goal is to hit inside city limits of Sterling are people like Morningside, Greencastle, Avonlea, the Senior Center, maybe this high-rise over behind Northland Malls. These are all residents of Sterling, but don't necessarily have the ability to get downtown. And so we're trying to provide a service to them. Now, that doesn't mean that we're not going other places, but our reasoning was that we wanted to get to our senior citizens, because they're sometimes the neglected community, and they don't have the ability to get, because they don't have their licenses any longer, or no longer feel comfortable driving, and the facility they're at maybe doesn't have a van on a consistent basis to get them down to the library, but having it come to them makes life so much easier for them. They don't have to get out in the weather. As we all know, winter is coming, and snow flies, and there's ice on the ground, and so our senior citizens don't want to get out in that kind of weather. So we'll go there. We will also possibly, as we get moving along, hit some of the places like the parks, where anybody can come in, and we'll do some programming there, or we'll unload our carts. So now everybody's thinking, okay, but all you're dealing with is senior citizens, and that's all you're going to have on our adult books. No, we'll have children's books, and we will have other things, just like on the main library. And we'll also have the ability to have people request material, put it onto the van, and they'll pick it up from the van. So we're real excited about this, and this came about 2 years, about a year and a half ago, when somebody had a bookmobile for sale, and they were willing to sell it. And I just approached the board out of the blue and said, what do you think? Do we want to do this? Do we not? And they bit, and we did a little bit more research and realized that the bookmobile that was for sale was too much, and it required too much repair work for it, because it was a used vehicle. And it also required a CDL license. And since nobody on the staff at the library has a CDL license, we decided not to get it. And then they were like, okay, but we still want a bookmobile. We still want one. And I said, okay. So we did a lot of research, and this is how it's come.
That's so cool. That's such huge strides in accessibility. I think accessibility is so important for everyone in Sterling.
Right.
And like you said, you're going to be impacting all of our marginalized community members with this, not just senior citizens.
Right.
That is so cool. So in terms of the process, what does the process look like of getting this up and running, and where are you in that process?
Well, we're in the process of hopefully signing a contract with the specially designed people that'll build it. It's a transit vehicle for transit. We've already decided that. It's a 2026. They are not out on the market as of yet. But at the end of the year, December, I think they told me, was when they would order it. And it takes roughly about 8 weeks for it to be built. It is just a shell of a vehicle, and it'll have shelves in it, and carts, and Wi-Fi capability. And we are planning to have it delivered to us hopefully the end of May of next year, 2026. And of course, there's a couple months worth of working out the bugs, getting things onto the thing, and then we will roll it out to the community probably late summer, early fall. And we hope my plan is we will take part in the Fiesta Day parade. We'll see us then. We'll take part in a lot of things that are taking place. We'll go down to the band concerts and things like that, movies in the park. So you'll see us a lot, and this is a great way for the library to advertise. So it's a long process. It's not something that we're going to get the van in a week. We also were concerned about, they did say if we signed a contract now, they would have it to us in February. And I'm like, I don't want to teach my staff how to drive a brand new, fully extended, large van in the middle of winter.
Yeah.
So we talked to them and we said, okay, let's move it back. And it'll also give me time to buy materials to go in it. So that's why we've moved it back to May, and hopefully it'll be here and you'll see it in the community and we'll make stops.
Wow, that makes me so excited for next year, basically around this time next year.
Yeah, around this time next year we will be out in full force with it.
And then I was going to ask, like, how can, like, the community, like, help support not only this endeavor, but, like, the library in general?
Well, we'll take any donation. I mean, monetary donation, obviously. We're funded by taxpayers' dollars. So, you know, the city residents of Sterling. But, you know, we've got donations. We received a donation for the help of purchasing some of the van. It is a large ticket item, so we've got some of the money already saved. But, of course, ongoing costs will be a continual item with this, and the board's aware of that, and we're always willing to accept donations, whether it's for, you know, things that we purchase inside the library, or now that we'll have a mobile van, you can earmark it to go to the mobile van. So we're excited.
Excellent. And then, of course, just using the library too, I'm sure also just benefits you as well.
Right. Well, it's a benefit for everybody. I mean, the library is there for everybody, and we do not ask questions about, you know, your finances, your nationality. I know that is a thing that we're seeing in my library world is, you know, people won't come to the library where they're afraid that we're going to ask whether they're citizens or not, and we don't. We don't care whether you're a citizen, whether you're rich or poor or whatever, or whether you're employed or not employed. Everybody's welcome, and we want you to walk through those doors and use what we have.
That's amazing. Not only do you focus on accessibility, but you also focus on inclusion.
Yes.
And I just love hearing that.
Yeah.
So I want to say, like, if it's, you know, let's say magic wands, you know, the bookmobile is ready tomorrow, what are you most excited to do with it?
I'm most excited about going out in the community and hitting our marginal users. We're hoping that they'll want to be excited about having it come there. And we know it's going to be a growing process. It's not going to be something that everybody's going to want to use. But, you know, with overtime, people are going to say, oh, it's great. We're happy to see it. And I think our seniors are going to be the ones that are going to benefit the most. So, and that's what we want. We want to make sure our seniors are not ignored. So
that's so lovely to hear.
Yeah.
So I always like to end with like a fun personal question. So what book or books are you currently reading right now?
I am reading a Nora Roberts book, Hidden Nature, I think it is. It's an older one of hers. Somebody donated it to the library, and I confiscated it for myself to read because I don't read a lot of books. I read books and they take me 6 to 8 weeks to read them because I fall asleep with them. So that's a little hard for me to read a book and not get farther than 2 pages before I have to close my eyes and go to sleep. So I read a lot of different things. I just finished some Star Wars books, so I'm an eclectic kind of reader. So whatever I'm in the mood to read at this moment, I'll read. So
I love that. Well,
Yeah.
Thank you again for meeting with me today.
No, thank you for having us.
I want to say thank you to our listeners and to our production crew as well. Remember that the Radar Free Press is free, so we do rely on those likes, shares, and comments to keep us thriving. And if you want to see more videos like this, check out theradar.online.